All right, ladies and gentlemen, citizen soldiers, fed up freedom fighters, cartel hunters, corruption survivors, and even men and women sick to death of being lied to by suits and fucking snakes. You're tuned in to Panzer Unleashed. That's right, this is where we tear off the mask and let the world see what's really crawling underneath. And this isn't some fucking sanitized journalism, my friends. This is battlefield intel. And tonight's main op, we're gonna rattle some cages and fucking burn a lot of bridges out there. And I could give a fuck less because tonight we're dragging the truth, kicking and fucking screaming out into the light. And that's right, we're talking about the Epstein List. Yeah, that's right, flight logs, the good old black book. That's right, the fucking blackmail network. And how the United States government and the so-called beacon of freedom and justice helped bury it. And if you got delicate ears, now's the time to switch it off because you gotta have the guts to hear it raw, kids. So lock the fuck in because we're gonna go ahead and roll in nice and heavy. You ever wake up some mornings and just feel fucking sick to your stomach, people? Like physically fucking sick. And knowing what passes for reality sometimes in this so-called civilized world. You know, I had one of those mornings today, people, before I got up and got my coffee. And, you know, everybody's been hearing Epstein this, Epstein that, you know, and I've been digging through the Epstein files again myself, and let me fucking tell you something. It doesn't get easier, people. It just gets angrier. And I'm looking at the list of fucking names on these flight logs, and I'm not just talking about a couple of fucking creeps on some private plane, people. We're talking hundreds of flights, multiple international destinations, and the same recycled list of these so-called elites popping up over and over again like fucking herpes at a Hollywood party. Yeah. First up, man, I'm going to talk big. This is Bill fucking Clinton, the ex-president. 26 times this motherfucker visited, documented flights to Epstein fucking Leota Express. And then they try to spin it like, oh no, he's doing charity work, foundational business and all that shit. And are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, you really think Bill Clinton's hopping on a fucking jet with underage girls, zero Secret Service half the time, because he wants to talk about fucking wasp's nest and fucking all type of agricultural bullshit? Wake the fuck up, people. Here's what burns me down to the fucking ash every single time this list comes up. And mainstream media, they fucking flinch all the fucking time. They cover it like it's fucking radioactive. And they'll talk endlessly, of course, about Trump's fucking hair or Biden's fucking sniffing people. But ask Anderson Cooper about Epstein's client list, and suddenly it's all crickets and blank stares, my friends. And why? Because these fucking networks, these outlets, they're all bought and fucking owned and controlled. Legacy media is the cleanup crew for the elite, people. Now, some of you out there might say, oh, fucking Panzer, maybe some of these names weren't even involved. Yeah, maybe. It was just a coincidence then, huh? Let me ask you, how many fucking coincidences does it take before it's a pattern? You know, Naomi Campbell, Kevin Spacey, Alan Dershowitz, fucking, what's her name? Fucking Ood Barak, whatever the fuck. Even that Christy Teigen bitch. You know, that name's been floating around too. You know, are you really supposed to believe that this is all innocent jet setting? No. That's naive, people. And I don't deal in that bullshit. I deal in patterns, hard facts, and fucking reality. And let's not pretend for a second this is all ended with fucking Epstein's death. You think his operation just dissolved like sugar in hot coffee? Fuck no. This was a structure, people. An institution of pedophiles. Epstein was just a fucking cog in the machine. You know, you take out the cog, the gears keep turning. And let's talk about that so-called suicide, you know, with that whole minute of footage from his cell missing. Yeah, wink, wink. Like, you think we're fucking stupid? Jesus fucking Christ, because this is where it crosses from sick to full-blown fucking psychotic people. 2 cameras failed, right? Both guards asleep, bones in his neck, more consistent with a homicide than a hanging. And that's not conspiracy theory, people. That's fucking forensic fact. You ever see a man try to hang himself from a fucking bunk bed at waist height? That's the official story. You know, you really believe that shit? You think a fucking billionaire financier with dirt on presidents, princes, tech moguls was just left alone with a paper sheet? Wake the fuck up, people. You know, this was a professional hit job. And who benefits from his silence? Everybody on that motherfucking list does. Duh. You know, the entire upper crust of the global influence, my friends. Government included. And that's why Mr. Epstein don't say anything, because dead men don't tell no tales. They got away scot-fucking-free. And here's where I get even more fired up, because I'm sick of you motherfucking people out here acting helpless, for fuck's sake. You make me sick as an American, as a fucking patriot, and it's just fucking, it's intolerable. You know, acting like there's nothing that you guys can fucking do about any of this. Let me tell you something right fucking now. The biggest tool these fucking cocksuckers use isn't wealth or power. It's apathy. It's convincing the average person that this fight is too big. It's too complex and it's too hidden. That's motherfucking bullshit. You have the internet, you have eyes, you can research, you can talk, and you can fucking spread the word, people. But no. Most of these people out here would rather scroll on fucking TikTok or get some hypnotized fucking bullshit on Netflix. You know, it's fucking ridiculous, people. Grow a set of balls. And you ladies out there, grow a set of tits. Stand the fuck up for yourself. You know, this isn't about just Epstein's bullshit. It's about a fucking culture of immunity. Royalty, billionaires, ex-presidents, actors, fucking bankers, they walk around untouchable while regular citizens get jailed for fucking having the wrong bumper sticker. You post the wrong meme, suddenly there's a knock at your door. Yeah, like I said, people. Meanwhile, the guy fucking flying on these Epstein's jets to private islands with underage girls is on the cover of Time magazine. He's on TV right now. You know, they're everywhere, right in front of you. All these influencers, they're all fucking guilty. And you ever wonder why that fucking, what's her name, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial wasn't even public? Why there was no fucking cameras whatsoever in that courtroom. Because if the public saw even a fucking fraction of that evidence, there would be riots in every fucking major city right now. You think I'm fucking kidding? You're like, oh, Panzer, you're full of shit. Nah, go fuck yourself, motherfucker. Go look at the history. Societies crumble when their ruling class gets too arrogant, people. Yeah, when they start thinking they're gods walking among mortals, yeah, that's where we're at right fucking now. And I'm telling you this, folks, this thing is bigger than any of us wanted to believe. But ignoring it, yeah, it doesn't make it fucking go away. And don't get me started on the FBI's bullshit. Oh, yeah, the almighty Federal Bureau of Investigations. If you trust those fucking clowns, the same agency that couldn't protect its own laptop files but somehow magically lost a fucking Epstein client data, yeah, sure, motherfuckers. Keep fucking feeding us bullshit. You know, it makes sense. You know, just like they lost Hunter Biden's fucking laptop. Just like they couldn't fucking find Hillary's emails. Do you see the pattern yet, people, or what? Are you thinking Panzer's still full of fucking shit? Everything inconvenient vanishes, people. Everything that could blow open the systems gets erased, censored, or deleted. And when that doesn't work, people disappear, my friends. They disappear. That's right. Ask old Seth Rich over there. Ask John McAfee, huh? Ask anybody brave enough to stand up and say, the emperor has no clothes. Yeah. I'm fucking sick of this shit, people. Sick of the cover-up, sick of the fucking pretending that this is just another scandal when it's fucking not. It's systematic rot, people. And here's the real kicker. They laugh about it. They're up there in their fucking billion fucking dollar houses and fucking chuckling it up while you're worrying about going to fucking work and having to pay your fucking bills. I know. It's a sad, sad world, my friends, but these people sit up there, like I said, man, in those little penthouses drinking their fucking $5,000 bottles of wine, and they laugh because they know. They fucking know the average man is too beaten down, too distracted with his daily grind to even give a fuck. But that's not all of us, my friends. That's just some of you people that are just stuck into the matrix. And, you know, some of us remember. Some of us carry the anger every day like a fucking torch. And I'm telling you this right now. Wherever you're listening from, look into this yourself, my friends. Don't wait for fucking me to tell you anything. Don't wait for some influencer, some fucking asshole on a podcast. Dig the fuck in. Download those fucking court documents. Read the depositions. Learn how this system works, god damn it. Because knowledge isn't just fucking power. It's a motherfucking weapon. A nuke ready to be dropped. And don't let them fucking gaslight you like they try to do me all the time. Don't let some fucking blue check mark on Twitter fucking tell you anything that it's all just a conspiracy. They said the same thing about fucking, what is that, COINTELPRO or whatever the fuck, about the MK Ultra shit. You know, about the Gulf of Tonkin, and, you know, how many lies before we call it a fucking pattern already? You know, the Epstein List is real. The names are real, the victims are real, and the cover-up is real. But the fucking reckoning is coming, my friends. One way or another. And this is Panzer Unleashed, my friends, signing off tonight with a head full of fucking fire and a heart full of war. And just don't listen to me, people. Don't just sit there and fucking nod and act. And, you know, you need to learn. Speak, share, expose these cocksuckers. You know, the government ain't coming to save you. They're too busy putting the lube on while you're not even looking. The media sure as hell isn't fucking here to tell you the truth either. The world, like I said, people, this world is ours if we're willing to fucking fight for it. Stay dangerous, stay awake, and always, no quarter for the wicked, my friend.